Started. Okay, I can see everything now. Here we go. All right, who sent a viewer's wish? I got Kayla. Kayla sent for a yes or no. We are going to we are going to be reading on the Nancy Guthrie thing. But if you send we got 10 people in here. Who's in here? I got Kayla, Starling, Megan. I see your membership is an active, Megan, and you're not following anymore. What's going on, Megan? Jeremiah, welcome in. Maria, welcome in. Thanks for that daily heart me. All right, Kayla, are Will and I ever going to be together? I got one no, two no's. So I got two no's and a yes. So Kayla, it's leaning towards a no. Would it be okay if I put a spirit message for you? Mimi, how are you? Will Daniel reach out? Is he missing me? Remember, daily heart means, guys. Yes. Fargo, how are you? Make sure you're following. All right, I'm going to pull a spirit message for... I'm going to pull a spirit message for Kayla. Fargo, thanks for the follow. How are you? Happy Easter, everyone. All right, let's see. All right, so this says you outgrown the situation. Don't force it. You're not built to shrink for someone else's comfort. Growth isn't tight, it's spacious. If the situation doesn't stretch with you, it's not your home. It's a holiday pattern. Okay, love? So find the message within that. All right, I'll take a few more yes or no's and do a few more spirit messages. But guys, we are here tonight to read on Nancy Guthrie. Tonight is a true crime tarot session. So just letting you guys know, if you are following and you've sent a daily heart me or you're tapping the screen, I will get your yes or no. And after that, we are going into a reading session for Nancy Guthrie, okay? Anybody who may be watching over on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, comment in the chat. Let us know you're here. Please hit that subscribe and like button. Dre, let's check out Dre. Dre, you're not following, love, all right? Ruse, let's see Ruse. Will I hear from Stanley tomorrow? No, I'm getting a no. Who? There was somebody up here that dropped a daily heart me. Miss Mimi, will Daniel reach out? Is he missing me? I'm getting a no, my love. Anybody else who sent a daily heart me? Anybody else? Katrina, will things get better between Walter and I this week or month? I'm getting a yes. Getting a yes. Rev Star, thank you for that daily heart me. I do appreciate that. Will April reach out to me soon? Will Rachel reach out to me soon? No. Getting a no. Will my ex reach out tomorrow? Hope. Will my ex reach out tomorrow? No. I'm getting a no. Will Rob get hired back into case systems? Getting a no on that one, Tammy. Thanks for the daily heart, me hope. I really do appreciate it. Will Khalil get back with David in a relationship? Yes. Yes. Susan Bells, thank you for the follow. Drizzy, thanks for sharing. Drizzy, let me know if you followed yet, okay? Did I get my money back this week? Make sure you guys are following. Thank you for the beautiful rose, Irene. All right, daily heart me's go first, guys. Susan, is David spending the night with another woman? Yes. Any other daily heart me's? Let's see. Irene, let me get Irene's question. Susan, thank you for the like. That girl Marie, would Kenny call me tomorrow? I'm getting a no. All right, let's get Drizzy. Where's Drizzy's question? He's been sharing and liking. Drizzy, Dre, has Vanessa thought of me? Has Vanessa thought of me yesterday? Yes. Yes, she did. Joanna, thank you for the follow. Make sure you guys are hitting that daily heart me. That girl, thank you for that daily heart me. All right, guys, we do have a live goal. My paid list is actually closed. What's up, the official T. Ross? Welcome in. Thank you for liking and sharing and following. I appreciate that. Guys, we are so close to 10K. We hit 9K today. That's so beautiful. Sheena, thank you for the follow. Did I get my money back this week? You're welcome, Drizzy. No problem, my love. It's a no. It's a no. Terrence, is it over between me and my son's mom, Valentina? It's a maybe. It is a maybe. Brenda, thank you for sharing out that live. Will my husband come back home? No, I'm getting a no. I'm so sorry, Sheena. All right, Tammy, let me know if you're there. Tammy, let me know if you're there. Brenda, will me and S be in a relationship soon? No. I'm so sorry, love. Is Benjamin selling me to... Is Benjamin selling me to the legitimate stand at St. Lotus Gardens? No. It is a no. Melissa, welcome in. Make sure you're following. All right. So is anybody here that may be into like true crime? Anybody here that may be into true crime? Oop. Lose the card already. Me and Tammy came tonight. We are going to discuss what is going on in the Nancy Guthrie disappearance. Thank you for following. Will my dad agree to giving me his room for the baby? Yes. Yes. All right, let's put this down. All right, so here we go. Welcome in, Nevin. Welcome in, Angel. Viewer wishes are still open, but other than that, we are reading on Nancy Guthrie, okay? Thanks, guys. If you want to do a paid reading, let me know, and that is a possibility. Deep You, welcome in. All right, Tammy. So there were a few theories this evening that I thought were interesting. I'm going to get this all cleaned up actually and try to move it a little bit over. As I do want to get something up here for Nancy. Okay. All right. You guys know I like to light a yellow candle for Nancy. And we got some roses out on our altar tonight. Let's just put this like here so you guys can see the cards too. All right. So we are going to do our true crime tarot session now. Tonight's true crime tarot is on Nancy Guthriie. As you guys know, the disappearance of her. She's been missing 64 days today. She has been missing for 64 days as of today. Which is kind of scary. Doesn't seem like it's been that long, huh, Tam? Oh no, I had a candle go belly up. There we go. Okay. Bam, ma'am, no. Free yes or no's are closed tonight. And we are going to read on some of the theories from a friend of ours YouTube channel. Okay, shout out to Patriot Pride over on YouTube. Make sure you guys go like, subscribe, and check them out. We are gonna we're gonna read on that a little bit. I need an opening prayer for lighting this candle. Just a little prayer for Nancy to start this off. It amazes me in this tarot world over here in TikTok, Tammy, just how selfish people are. You go to talking about trying to use the gifts to finding this poor woman, and people disperse because they want to answer questions, you know? It's crazy. What you saying, oh my God, for? Oh my God, what? Tammy, you're freaking me out. Because you said, oh my God. Are you, oh my God, into what I said, or oh my God, because something's wrong? All right, Spirit, as I light this flame tonight, I ask that it burns in truth, clarity, and protection. May this candle be lit for Nancy Guthrie, whether her energy rests. Where am I lighting? Okay. Whether her energy rests, wherever her story waits to be uncovered. Surround her with peace, surround her with love, surround her loved ones with strength, and surround this reading with honesty and divine guidance. Let only the truth come forward. Let confusion be cleared, silence be broken, and what is hidden be brought to the light. Spirit, protect this space, protect my mind, protect this heart of Nancy's and mine. Let this session be led with respect, compassion, and discernment for Nancy, truth for justice. Amen. Short disclaimer. All right, this reading is for spiritual insight, reflection, and discussion only. It is not fact, legal evidence, or any accusation against any person. We approach Nancy's case with respect, compassion, and the intention of seeking clarity through spirit. Again, for entertainment and spiritual insight only. Hello, Gloria. How are you? Welcome in. Good evening, Michelle. Pura, thanks for the follow. All right, so like I said, we're going to go over some of the theories that we heard in Patriot Pride's podcast tonight over on YouTube. All right. Some interesting theories. A name came up tonight, and the person's name who came up was Jonathan Davis. Okay, Jonathan Davis. Who is Jonathan Davis? Well, let's see. This is Jonathan Davis. Right here, guys. Jonathan Davis. Happy Easter, Lainey. How are you? He is a locksmith in the Catalina Foothills area who was reported to have been charged sometime in March with burglary and theft and trespassing. Earlier, while watching this, well, then we figured out that he also, if you know anything about the case, you would know that there was footage released of a vehicle driving away. And he drives a van. He drives a van very close to the Kia Soul that is reported, but I do not feel like that is the vehicle we see in the video. So we're going to leave that where it's at. But interesting enough, as they were making this theory in this speculation, I decided to pull on this Jonathan Davis character, okay, so to speak. Thanks for the rose, church. I appreciate it. So I decided to pull on this guy, and I was expecting, honestly, to get nothing. I didn't feel like his face matched up as the front porch perp. I didn't feel that way. I didn't have a crazy intuition off the first look of him. But something about him, interesting enough, made me pull a few cards immediately. So I pulled out, and the very first card that came out for this character was the Magician. What's up? I'm a boss. Welcome in. Was the Magician right away. And what does the Magician tell us in the world of tarot? The Magician is the man with the tools. The man with the tools. And then came the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Cups. And then I immediately asked the question because it came to my mind. Does TC, tomato, know JD, Jonathan Davis? And I got the Three of Pentacles, the Temperance, and the Two of Wands, which added another layer of curiosity. So we'll start tonight. With going over those 6 cards and then pulling a little more from there. All right. So we asked Spirit, did JD Jonathan Davis have anything to do with the disappearance of Nancy? And again, we got the Magician, the Knight of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. Tammy, did you also pull on this or no? Let me know if you also pulled on it. So when it comes to Jonathan Davis and the Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, what energy needs to be understood here is with the Magician, the Nine of Wands, and the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Cups, it would read as though the Magician can point to somebody who knows how to influence, persuade, or control how things appear. It can show somebody having all the tools needed to carry out a disappearance. And again, just like I said, the man with the tools. The Knight of Wands points to kind of like hothead behavior. Be like reckless, somebody who's reckless, right? Reckless movement, reckless encounters. And then the Nine of Cups is gratification, being rewarded. You know, receiving something for services. Right. You're not getting, and I'm not getting he is directly involved either. I was literally going to say on the sidelines, aggravated. Okay. So Spirit is showing me energy here. Somebody who is very intentional. This is somebody who's impulsive. This is somebody who jumps at the opportunity of money. He's, so to speak, a reckless hustler, not an honest businessman, okay? You know, he uses his skills, his tools, right? His tools. He's using his tools to gain advantage instead of doing honest work. So that doesn't prove guilt or anything, right? These cards are not legal proof. I'm not calling anyone guilty. I'm just reading what the energy shows me. And the energy does show me that there's a possibility that he is involved on the sidelines, just like Lainey said, on the sidelines. Okay. And then let's entertain the next question I asked just for the fun of it. So then, Spirit, the next question I asked was, does Tommaso know who Jonathan Davis is? And I got the Three of Pentacles, the Temperance, and the Two of, I believe it was the Two of Cups. Was it the Two of Cups or the Two of Wands? What did I say? What was it? It was the Two of Cups or the Two of Wands. What was it? It was the Two of Wands. That's right. So the Three of Pentacles, the Temperance, and the Two of Wands. And what does that energy read like? And funny, look at that. I turned my deck upside down and look what was on the bottom. The Two of Wands. Huh. Look at that. So the Three of Pentacles doesn't say that it's like a lifetime friendship, but it does tell us that there is some kind of awareness. He was aware of JD. And then the next thing that comes along with the Three of Pentacles is collaboration. The Three of Pentacles literally means knowing of someone through other people, conversations, and shared circles. Now, how interesting is that? It is literally known through someone kind of indirectly, right? And what do we know by the little couple things we've seen on the internet of Jonathan Davis? We know that he, what? Advertises for his business. He has quite a following on Facebook for his business. So I'm sure there are community pages out there, private Facebook community pages where small business people promote, right, their business. And I think we can look at Jonathan Davis and say, yeah, this guy's a shyster. So don't you think that maybe the perp or tomato or whoever may have done the same thing, looked at him and thought, this guy will do something for some money. So then we got the Temperance, which is controlled energy, keeping balance, not showing too much, knowing something, but handling it carefully. This is like a mixed connection. Okay. But still, it tells you that this person brought ease to the situation. He was useful. He balanced the scales in some way. And then the Two of Wands is what we call awareness from a distance. It's like having someone on the radar without fully stepping in. This is definitely a lot of coincidentals, being that there are 78 cards in the tarot deck and only a few that actually mean these things coming out for this all together. To me, that's a little bit too coincidental for my liking. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'd like to hear it. Okay, I'd like to hear it. But we are going to go ahead and we're going to read a little bit more on this. If anybody has any questions that they would like me to ask, feel free to go ahead and let me know around the case and around the cards that we're pulling. I'm going to go ahead and ask Spirit to elaborate a little bit more on what exactly, if Jonathan Davis does have awareness and his involvement is minimal, or let's say just a role in this, I would ask that Spirit gives me a little bit more to go on here on, elaborate on this awareness. And then I get the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. And what is this energy? You guys see those cards? Okay. We got the Hermit, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Pentacles, okay? Hey, guys. All right. If you haven't yet, make sure you go over and subscribe to our friends over on YouTube at Patriot Pride. Tammy, if you could put their handle in the chat for me, it is at Patriot Pride Official. Oh, you did the double heart me? I love when people do that, Lainey. All right, Lainey, I need you to tell me, and you too, Tammy, what you guys are feeling on this. So with the Hermit, the 5 of Pentacles, let's say, we're telling Spirit to elaborate, monkeying off those first 6 cards, okay? We got the Hermit, 5 of Pentacles, and that is in reverse. And then the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay? Spirit's elaboration on knowledge that may have been kept quiet, unheld, and held inward, or only partially acknowledged. The Hermit is somebody who knows more than they openly say. So knows more or has chosen to stay withdrawn or silent. So this is what we call private awareness, choosing to stay silent. All right. And then the 5 of Pentacles reverse is like coming out of isolation, recovery of information, a situation where somebody, okay. It can show like awareness increasing, someone starting to come back into the conversation around what they know. And then the 4 of Pentacles is kind of losing their grip, releasing, something slips, no longer being able to hold something, no longer But here's the one thing that makes me raise question to this. Yeah, I feel like maybe if he's involved, maybe he didn't know he was involved until it showed up on the news. And maybe, just maybe, the people who hired him were scary, manipulative, right? Because we know he was arrested and released on 4/3/26. But, and that was for burglary and trespassing. He like duplicated a key. And this girl came home and he was in her bedroom. But interesting, no formal charges have been filed or no formal indictment. Which is interesting, right? Yesy girl, we are doing true crime tarot tonight. We are not doing yes or no's unless they are paid. So Spirit is showing me that this feels like direct, loud involvement. Like sounds less like direct, loud involvement. This is someone keeping their distance while knowing what's going on or while knowing something, okay, useful. Let's go back to the perpetrator at the door, and what they said was a cell phone jammer, caller jammer, internet jammer. Take a look at the inside of what the police found inside his vehicle. Take a look at that. Look at that. Don't that look like equipment that might be able to like do some of that stuff? Like maybe he could have been in a van somewhere controlling the narrative of that cell phone jammer. Anybody ever think of that? Of the internet jammer, I mean? So let's ask that directly. Spirit, does Jonathan Davis Oh, sure. Hold on. Let me hold on. Let me get a better picture of it. Tammy sent me some stuff earlier, so let me actually get a better picture. Because those were some screenshots that I took during Adam and Mike's live. Let me go and get the information me and Tammy got here. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I'm going to get a better picture of it for you. I'm going to get us a better picture if y'all just give me a second, okay? And guys, we are on YouTube too, so that's why I don't have any music going. But I'm going to get this. Girl, if I could go with you. I know. I wish you could. So you could help me do this. All right. So we got what he was caught with. All right. So it was actually on Facebook. Okay. Let me get this. All right. And I'm going to share this to my phone. All right. All right, hold on, guys. Here it comes. Nina. All right, here it comes. Here's the photo, Tammy. This is what he was caught in the car with. So let's go ahead over. Take a look at that while I do this reading. I'm going to save that to my photos. Does Jonathan have something to do? Does Jonathan have something to do with the internet jammers? Plain and simple. I got the High Priestess, the Hanged Man, and the Queen of Wands. So Spirit gives this more as something being kept quiet or withheld than a hard confirmed yes. The High Priestess, right? She points to secrecy, silence. So the High Priestess is secrecy, silence, hidden knowledge. And then the Hangman says that the truth is suspended, delayed. And then the Queen of Wands tells us the influence is not his alone. Back to being hired. Does Jonathan have anything to do with this? There is something under the surface. This isn't a flat no, and this isn't a hard yes either. So let's see. So Spirit, what is hidden? Reveal to us, Spirit, what is hidden under the surface? What is hidden under the surface? The sun in reverse, the Fool in reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And then we got the Six of Wands on the bottom. Okay. We are reading on Nancy Guthrie tonight, Christina. Tammy, I put that picture back up. Tell me what you think. The sun here is the first clue. All right, the sun here is the first clue, telling us that something is hidden in plain sight. The truth does exist, but it's not fully illuminated. But it's right in plain sight. What's up, Maddie? What's up, Maddie? And then the Fool in reverse again goes back to recklessness. Poor judgment. And the Ten of Pentacles in reverse is strong. Instability at home. Cracks in what's supposed to look stable. Paid to keep quiet. Paid to keep quiet is a good, is definitely a good way to put it, for sure. And the Six of Wands was on the bottom. And can anybody guess what the Six of Wands is? Oh yeah, Christina. I do want to burn a bay leaf for clarity for you. Six of Wands was on the bottom. And this is what we call the image card. And I asked Spirit what was under the surface. This card is public appearance. Somebody wanting to stay on top. It feels like the reasoning is something hidden because somebody wants to protect their image. And I mean, guys, the more I read on this and the more I read on this, somebody sent a baby chick. Oracle pool, we'll do that here in a second. Somebody wants to control how the story looks. So maybe we're looking at this all wrong. All right, what kind of oracle would you like, love? Would you like awakening, love, healing, metaphysical oracle? What oracle would you like to pull from? Where would you like a message from? Hey, Melissa, thanks for the heart, me. Okay, love. All right. This is a oracle love message for Sahar. Friendship. This friendship is leading to more. Someone is secretly yearning for you. And release. Radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. So I do see a new person coming into your life, Sahar. This person has already got their eyes on you, but you're going to have to let go of the walls that you have built up and accept this with an optimistic mind, okay? All right, we're going to do a cleansing bay leaf real quick for Christina. And then I'm going to read a little bit more on Nancy, and then I'm out of here. We're going to read a little bit more on Nancy. Lainey, let me know you're still here. Are you leaving, Melissa? Yeah, some people aren't really into the whole true crime thing. I get it. But I'm being called to this case, so I need to see it through. Okay, guys? Spirit, may Christina be cleansed. May her energy be reset in her home. Accept the softness that is coming in. Oh, Christina needed that. There you go, Christina. Oh no, I'm gonna still read on Nancy a little bit. Oh yes, you did. Girl. So what's hidden under the surface looks like Something tied to bad decisions. So let's just ask it one more time straight up. All right, Spirit, we're not going to cut no corners right here. We're going to ask straight up. Is Jonathan Davis involved in the situation with NG at all? Are we wasting our time by looking at this theory? I got the 7 of Swords. The 3 of Wands. And the 10 of Swords. Look at these cards. I'm sorry, but Adam might be on to something. Tammy, I know you said you didn't feel it, but look at this. 7 of Swords. And remember I told you the guy that he followed on Instagram with the boats, the 3 of Wands with those boats. And then look at that. Look at that 10 of Swords. This reads, this tells me there is suspicion, distance, looking into a possible lead, very dark outcome energy. But it doesn't give a clean. It doesn't give us a clean yes that he is involved. So no, these cards do not prove any involvement. I would not necessarily, I would not say though that, not necessarily are we wasting time looking at the theory, but, we would be cutting corners if we threatened this pool as a confirmation. Let's do this. Should attention stay on this lead or move elsewhere? Should our attention stay on this lead or should we move elsewhere? I got the 2 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, look. So the 10 of Cups automatically goes back to home and what? Family. And the 2 of Cups is right there with it. The 2 of Cups says that there may be real connection that is worth examining. And then we got the 10 of Cups, which tells us that the lead may touch something closer to the heart of the situation and to the family. Do you see this unfolding right here? This is crazy. Thank you, Marissa. Thanks for the populars. Thanks for the hot cross buns, girl. People like inner circle dynamics may lead It may lead to ties with her family. Like I tell you, it's not direct involvement. No. And then the Knight of Pentacles, you know what the Knight of Pentacles is? That's the instruction card. Spirit is saying for us to verify very clearly, not to jump off of this, kind of build the picture. Spirit is saying we need to build the picture step by step. Build the picture step by step. Spirit isn't telling us to abandon this lead. It is kind of showing us a meaningful connection here. Spirit is saying, don't let it go. And showing us that there is a meaningful connection. So what do you guys think would be a next good question? What do we think would be the next next question we should ask? Since Spirit us is showing us that there is a meaningful connection. All right, I got one question and then we're gonna do Tammy's. My question is, what is the nature of the connection Spirit is showing us? What is the nature of the connection that Spirit is showing us around this lead? The Wheel of Fortune. The Knight of Swords. And the Temperance. There goes that Temperance again. The Wheel of Fortune. So the nature of the connection may be situational or time-based. This, like somebody connected to the key turn in the story. Isn't that interesting? You know, it's showing me the lead may connect through someone bridging, balancing, or moving between people and situations. So this is a timing-based event. Exactly. I really think he might have something to do with the cameras. That front door scene. I think we are going to go ahead and ask what Tammy said. All right, Spirit. Was Jonathan there the night? Was Jonathan there the night of February 1st? 6 of Wands in reverse. The Emperor. Or I'm sorry, the Empress. Oh, shit. The 6 of Wands reverse. The Empress. And the Justice in reverse. I'll be damned. Tammy, are you kidding me? So was Jonathan there the night of February 1st? 6 of Swords reversed. The Empress. And Justice reversed. Now we already know the Empress points to what? The mother. The 6 of Swords talks about movement issues. Stalled movement. The Empress gives us that mother, feminine energy, domestic space, the heart of the household. Yeah, how did you know that? How did you know that, Christina? And then the Justice in reverse. Something unfair, hidden, misrepresented. You know? It means facts not aligned. So, again, I would say based on this, no, he wasn't there that night. But he had maybe he had something to do with what went wrong. There's a piece to this puzzle we're missing right now. There is a serious piece to this puzzle. Who is this Empress? Spirit. Was the person at the door on February 1st a female? The Emperor. The Ace of Pentacles. And the King of Cups reversed. And look how that goes. Man, woman, man. The hand of opportunity in the middle. Do y'all see that? What's up, Tassie South? How are you? Welcome in. Let me know if you're still here, love, over there on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe and put a like on that video if you don't mind, love. So, the Emperor is the strongest card here, and it says it a very masculine coded energy, very masculine. Coded energy. I feel like an older masculine presence. By their walk, we know they weren't older. Then the Ace of Pentacles brings in real world, physical, tangible presence. And then the King of Cups reversed again points more to masculine. I don't know. It does read more like male energy than female energy. So could this be somebody that knows how to manipulate their energy? Could this be somebody who magically knows how to manipulate their energy? The Hierophant, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Look at that. Eight of Pentacles is the building card. The Hierophant talks about authority. And then we have that Page of Cups. So when we ask that specific question and we get the Hierophant, could a magical, spiritual person manipulate the energy? To seem masculine. So we get the Hierophant, which points straight to ritual knowledge. And guys, do you know that February 1st was like some kind of, Tammy, let's look it up. It's a Wiccan holiday. It's like a certain Wiccan belief. And look at this I found, guys. Look at this. Again, thanks to Patriot Pride. Look at this, guys. What's everybody thinking about this? What's up, Shug? We know February 1st was a supermoon and Wiccan holiday. Then the Eight of Pentacles says that we're right. This is the building and practice card. This is what we call craftsmanship. It makes the energy look practiced. What did I tell you? Energy looks practiced. Did I hear that ice? Yes, I gotta have it. Oh, I gotta have it. And then the Page of Cups, right? Mike called me out. And then the Page of Cups, right? So this adds psychic style reciprocation, right? Softer spiritual influence. Softer spiritual influence. I found out tonight that I didn't even notice. I was tuned the hell in. I didn't even notice. I just sent the information about February 1st pagan holiday. Okay, let me go and grab that real quick. So Tammy sends it to me. So church, I wanted to ask you a question. I didn't want to interrupt the show. I wanted to give people a chance to call, but I did want to ask a question. Did you get a chance to look over at JD's Instagram? We'll just call him JD for the sake of the show. There was just somebody over there that stood out to me. And I guess the side profile kind of doesn't give us much to go on, but there's somebody over there. There's somebody under his followers. It's a recent follower of his. Goes by the name of Adam.Pham, PHAM.509. And let me just see if I don't know what about him stood out to me. Something did. And then and another thing, his second post on his Instagram really stood out to me because, and I'm going to see if I can pull them both up at the rocks, water, boat, things that come up on a regular basis. But his look just threw me. And again, he's another face. I'll say in Church's voice, he's another face. And he is. But I don't know. I got weird vibrations from him. And he could just be a bad person. He may have absolutely nothing to do with this. And I could just be feeling his energy because he may just not be a great person. And that does happen sometimes. But yeah, he I found him to be interesting nonetheless. So Tammy, I think we're right back at square one with, let's reshuffle these cards. We have a lot here. There's a lot of energy out on the table. Let's just reshuffle these cards, reset them real quick. And for the shits and giggles, let's pull on the Adam character. He's just a face, birds of a feather. Exactly. You've seen one, you've seen them all. Don't fall far from the apple tree, But what I do know is I don't feel like JD is directly connected, but there is just too many coincidence in the cards pulled around him. I just really keep going back to, I feel like he's a tool guy. Like, even if he didn't know he was involved, like maybe something was purchased from him. Because remember, we don't have all the information. I definitely believe that the FBI and Nanos and his goof troop is most definitely 100%. Tammy says, no, he didn't know. See, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like they purchased something from him. And we got to remember there were cameras in the house that supposedly weren't working or operating, like nanny cams, right? Or like Church said earlier. That's right. Criminals know criminals. That's it. That's how they stay doing what they do. They need accomplices. They need compadres. They need people of their kind to be able to act these things out with. And, and then like I was saying, they need alibis. Yeah, they need alibis. They need people that are going to say, I was here at this time, at that time. I got his back. I got her back. And, you said something earlier, Mike, that was actually really spot the freak on. You had said, and let me think of how it was worded. It just came to me. I just lost my train of thought. I hate when that happens. You had mentioned him, the things in the vehicle kind of looking more like security system equipment more than like locksmith, right? And I feel like Adam is like this wasn't a nothing burger at all, by no stretch of the imagination, or we would have got nothing burger cards. But it's not that wow factor. It's not that what is the word I'm looking for? It's not that key piece of evidence. It's not going to crack the case, I don't feel like, unfortunately. And I don't even necessarily believe that he even knew. I just feel like he has a lot of followers on his business page on Facebook. So let's just throw this theory out there, see if it sticks to the wall. Okay, he advertises for his business. We see it in his Instagram. I've seen it on his Facebook page. He's posting pictures of his business cards, things of that nature. I'm assuming that just like where everybody lives, this community has a Facebook page, right? who's to say that the perps didn't come across his Facebook page? And like you said, criminals know criminals, right? Maybe he was heard of, known of, or just looked at him and was like, this guy will do some shit for some money. Or we could get this guy to copy these keys, or we could get this guy to mess with this system or sell us this internet jammer or whatever, right? It's like one of those kind of situations where he comes into play. Or somebody put this information out for us to go down this rabbit hole. One way or the other, it's just another puzzle piece in this crazy case. It's just another puzzle piece in this crazy case. And I've been listening to a lot of people doing the spirit box sessions, and I don't necessarily always agree with those. A lot of that is manipulated. A lot of things in my line of work are manipulated. But the main energy remains, and still, even reading through for JD through this, the main energy stays rooted at the heart of the family. Somebody close, somebody very close. Very close. And money stays the motive, right? And that's the only things that we can. What is that? A spiritual box. So what is a spirit box? A spirit box, I think it comes back to the brother-in-law, my gut. I mean, and exactly, and that's my intuition. And Tammy been saying brother-in-law since February 2nd. No joke. Tammy has been saying brother-in-law since February 2nd. I've been saying it. We've all been saying it. And I feel like even if the pieces didn't connect to him, gut. There you go. Church said it. I feel it in my gut. It's just a weird feeling that a lot of us have got about him. There are so many readers out there that feel that way. Some of them are jumping on the bandwagon. Some of them just do it for clicks and views. And some of us do it because we genuinely care. And I know the ones that are putting that out there, I know they genuinely care for the most part. So, I mean, unfortunately, if the brother, if it isn't solved by social media investigators, as I would like to say, us content creators who devote time and energy and expect nothing in return, besides to truly help the situation. If it doesn't get solved by this group of people, I'm not convinced that through law enforcement it ever will. And I hate to say that because my father was a police officer, and a good one at that. An officer that would have arrested his own mother if it meant going against his code of conduct and what he believed in an oath that he took, right? And to me, I think that's a challenging situation, to have to be a cop and put people that you love away because you have to stay true to who you are. I don't believe Pima County Sheriff's Department has any idea what those code of conducts are, what those oaths and vows and creeds that they speak and that they take. I don't think they have any idea what they truly mean. I think to them, they're just words. And unfortunately, too many people go missing in Tucson. But for the real law enforcement out there, who really give a damn about their job, who really want to protect and serve, this shit looks disgusting. Like if my dad was here today and he was watching this, and then I have my uncle, which is my dad's brother. He actually lives in Phoenix, Arizona. He has been in the military in the Army, since he graduated high school. And he has a super high ranking, and I won't disclose that for his protection. But me and him have discussed this privately, and he feels the same way. He feels that this is a nation where you get away with nothing. And somebody in that stature, America's sweetheart, so to speak, mother goes missing, and nobody's moving. Nobody. That's not coincidental. That's not just lack of, that's intentional. And that's just period. If we can find people buried under the ground in the middle of nowhere in a third world country, tunnels and no. I'm not buying it. They're selling it, but I'm not buying it. Church says, I agree. I mean, yeah, it's a lot. And there's a lot of psychics that will tell you. Absolutely. I definitely will. You know, that is exactly what drew me to you guys was you guys' mission. I have a lot of military in my background and law enforcement. And then my husband is also a military brat. His father fought in Desert Storm and the Gulf War, and my brother-in-law is actually right now stationed in Korea. He has over 35 years in. So yeah, I mean, I hold our servicemen close to my heart, and Adam's nephew's story, like that resonated with me. That drew me into the channel. It surely did. It wasn't just Nancy. It was the whole mission, the whole statement, what you guys stood for, what you guys do. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, these people fight. They keep us safe. They make this place the greatest country in the world for a reason. I mean, I say it often. I say it so many times, and I'll continue to say it. There's not enough done for our military families. There's not enough done for our vets. And one person can make a difference. I don't give a damn how it looks, how it's done. One person can make a difference. So what you guys do is truly amazing. Truly. And there needs to be so much more of it. And I hope that PP makes it from coast to coast and everywhere in between, because you guys deserve it. For sure. I drive through my city every day and see these vets homeless under the bridge. Pittsburgh is known for it. VA hospitals are ran down. It's terrible. It's terrible. I hope to see a lot more work that you guys do in this nation, because it's needed for sure. Absolutely. Well, I went down the rabbit hole. My brother and nephew are vets. See, Tammy, like I know Tammy does come from a military background as well. I mean, I'm sorry. You can always tell a military brat, man. They got good heads on their shoulders. They know what's up. And these kids, I know, but people don't talk about it. You know, the kids sacrifice too. Like dad's away, mom's moving. They're going from Germany to Milwaukee to Philadelphia, back to Germany. Like lives are uprooted. People sacrifice a lot to fight for our freedom, and it's not recognized enough. My grandpa served in World War II. My great grandpa actually served in World War II, but not in the US. My great grandfather was World War II vet in Italy. He was actually captured by the Chinese and was a prisoner of war for 6 years. My grandmother had no idea where he was. And 6 years later, he showed up at her doorstep. So, but that was Italy again. That was under Mussolini, and that was a long time ago. And I don't really know the whole story. I just know bits and pieces. But I do come from an immigrated family. My family immigrated here in the 80s. My grandfather came over on the boat, came over to New York. My passion is for the family of service members because they have to share their family member. Say it again. Yes, 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 yes. And I have seen that so much. Like, for instance, my husband just said to me the other day, man, I haven't seen my brother in so long. I haven't seen my brother in so long. And he's been in Korea for 4 years. He works in intelligence. He's doing great things for our country. But unfortunately, my mother-in-law doesn't get to see her son, and my kids don't get to see their uncle. And, my husband doesn't get to see his brother. So, yeah, I mean, church is spot on. They have to share their family. We lose them to this, and not all the way, but in a sense, we lose memories. Like, there's moments that they can never get back. There's memories that come and go, and they miss them because they're doing what they love and doing something so honorable. And they miss out on their kids' first steps and their baby girl's first words. It's a lot. It's a lot to sacrifice. It takes a selfless person to be able to do it. What's up, Alice? How are you? We're just having discussion tonight. I have paid readings. If you do want paid readings, we're not doing any free yes or no's. We are reading on the disappearance of Nancy Guthriie. As you guys know, I dabble in true crime. It is a passion of mine. I don't do it to make money off of it. I do it because I love it. And I truly want to help people. And I'm a complete empath. And this is just something that is near and dear to my heart. So yes, on Sunday nights and a few nights out the week I've been doing it. It used to be just Sunday nights, but now I'm doing it a little bit more often because I am completely consumed by this case. And a lot because it's just everywhere, like everywhere. I've read on Gabby Petito. I had read on the Idaho murders. I have read on Naziah Harris, and never, ever did I have this many puzzle pieces. I have 2 notebooks filled with clues and pieces and different readings. And we did a mediumship reading on Nancy the other night. Tammy, were you here for that? Were you here for that reading? I know Wendy was here. I think you were here for most of it when we channeled Nancy. And before we go, guys, we are going to channel her energy. I think it's important that we do that one more time. I need to get another yellow candle. And also, I think it's Easter. So let's do a pretty pink candle also for Nancy tonight. Baby Chick sends for an oracle card. Oh, by the way, church, your son was too damn cute. He's like, look, buddy, I need some damn rub, okay? I'm like, yes, a kid after my own heart. He's like, let me get the rub. We running out over here, Unc. We need some mo. All right, we're going to light these up for you, Nancy. We're going to channel her energy in after I pull this oracle. Labrina, what would you like me to do the oracle in? So you were co-hosting. Okay, that's what I thought. What kind of oracle would you love? Love, insight, metaphysical, healing, awakening, and clarity. Your choice. I'm gonna go ahead and use a different deck to pull for Nancy. We're gonna leave these cards here for a minute. And we're gonna put our little Buddha of love on there. I'm biased, but he is pretty special. Well, I wish him all the luck in the world in his championship. I hope he crushes it. I also have a child who is an athlete, so a competitive athlete. So I understand that traveling and oh my goodness, all that stuff. So I want to know what is on your channel, Mike. What is that? Is it like cryotherapy that you're doing on those athletes? I'm just interested. My daughter's an athlete, so. Okay, awesome. And do you see great results with it? I mean, it looks like it. It's called targeted or localized cryotherapy. It's the best in the world. Wow. So I'm guessing that would do wonders for somebody who was like in competitive cheer too, huh? That had to do a lot of stunts. My daughter's a competitive cheerleader. She they took states and nationals this year. Yeah. We normally go down to Orlando every December. We're normally in Orlando right around December, January. We spray gymnasts, volleyball, football, basketball, you name it. It helps with inflammation and pain. Wow. That is amazing. Them kids are blessed to have that. That's amazing. Keep doing what you do. That's awesome. My kid comes home and she's like a bent pretzel, okay? I have to ice her and whew, I've paid for therapy, all types of craziness, massages. What's going on, Vanner? What you need help with, my love? All right. Did she tell me what kind of card? Your choice. Just pull something. All right. I got you. We're going to pull from the Clarity and Awakening deck for Labrina. All right. Thank you for the heart puffs. Beautiful. I really do appreciate it. All right. Let's go. This is a Clarity and Awakening message for Labrina. What you ignore eventually defines you. Stuffing it down doesn't make it disappear. It makes it louder. What you avoid becomes what controls you. Face it, feel it, and free it. Let me know if it resonates. Vanner, what's up? What do you need help with? She's laughing. She's like, look. I definitely am. So they do that like in all areas. So I should be able to find somebody around here that does it. I'm in Pittsburgh. Let's see. Let's look. Let's just look real quick. Because my God, would she benefit from that? All right. So it is targeted. Local Localized cryotherapy. Wow. All right. Near me, near me, near me. Let's see. Oh, we do have one. Huh. In Cranberry. Restore Hyper Wellness. Legacy. Okay. Restore Hyper Wellness. Route. Okay. Specific. Let's look at their website. Oh, wow. Yeah. They got like a, theirs is like, it looks like a, almost looks like a stand up, like tanning bed looking thing that they stand in. And you like see the smoke coming up. Oh, yeah. Thanks for the tip. Oh shit, I can do 3 whole body. There's a group on too. 3 whole body cryotherapy treatments for $69. You can do 5 for 109. Hell yeah. That's way cheaper than what I've been paying for her little things. Lord Jesus. Thank you. Cranberry has everything, doesn't it? So I know you're into sports church. You ever been to Pittsburgh? All right. So, guys, we are going to go ahead. Thank you for the follow, East Vanner. Let me know what's going on with you, buddy, okay? All right, we're going to channel Nancy Guthrie right now. Tammy, if you could light a black candle for me, that would be great. All right, Spirit, we are getting ready to go into a mediumship reading. We are going to do an energy check on Nancy. Let's get an opening prayer to open the veil. All right, guys, it's the moment y'all been waiting for. I think Lainey fell asleep. Wendy been sleeping. I know it was kind of late tonight, but I wanted to and Tammy Church, Tam in the chat is one of your newest family members. She joined the family tonight over there at PP. So thanks, Tammy, for showing love. This is my dear friend. All right, Spirit of truth, light, and protection, I ask that you cover this space now. Cleanse this room, cleanse these cards, cleanse my mind, cleanse my heart. Remove all confusion, fear, falsehood, and anything that does not belong here. I call on God, my ancestors, my guides, and the protectors who walk in divine light. Stand at the 4 corners of this space. Guard this reading, guard my spirit, guard my words, guard all who are present here. And if Nancy is willing and able to come forward in peace, and if it is allowed in divine truth, I ask that her presence be felt gently, clearly, and safely. Let only what is for the highest good come through. Let only truth be spoken. Let only what serves clarity, peace, and justice remain. Nancy, if you are near, you are welcome to step forward in light only. No fear may enter here. No deception may enter. No spirit without permission and protection may enter. May this veil open only as spirit allows. May this space remain wholly protected and clear. May what is hidden be shown in the way of divine truth. I open this reading in love. I open this reading in protection. And I open this reading in truth. Così, cosa vata così. Va bene, andiamo. All right. Yes, I speak a little Italian. I speak a lot of Italian, actually. If you guys don't know, English is my second language. Didn't speak English till I was about 8, 9 years old. All right. All right, we're going to start off by asking Spirit if Nancy is with us. Spirit, is Nancy with us this evening? I got the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, the 10 of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Swords. English is hard to learn. Like I can remember, like nobody, like everybody could speak English, but like everybody talked in Italian. So like I was cool until I had to go to school. And then I had to go to school and nobody spoke Italian. And they're like, okay. So I had to take special classes for a few years. I'm a little dyslexic. Oh, shit. What's up, daughter? Welcome in. We are, and Collie, welcome in. We're doing true crime right now, and I'm actually in the middle. She can cook. Are you? I am too, buddy. Like, so dyslexic. So dyslexic. It's terrible. But your girl can cook. I am 100% Italian. I definitely, that's why I got to get some of those rubs and barbecue sauces. I have to. It's on my to-do list this week. And it's a good cause. And it goes to a great cause. So I'm definitely going to grab some of those. Because your girl be cooking. All right. So mediumship energy check on Nancy. And this is 2:28 a.m. 4/6/26. I believe it because I've been hearing everybody talk about it. And I love me a good seasoning. So I'm going to get, is there only like, how many different kinds are there? Because I need the whole kit and caboodle, the whole shebang. I need all parts of it. Tammy, see my spice cabinet. I'm pulling things out and things are falling on top of me. Tammy, we got to get some of these spices and barbecue sauces, girl. There's 2 sauces and 2 rubs. Tammy, we got to order them. All right. So we got the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, 10 of Swords reversed, and the Queen of Swords. We asked Spirit if Nancy was present with us. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse feels like energy that is coming out of isolation. So this is energy coming out of isolation. So this is telling us yes. But she is kind of here in a restrained way. Her energy is not as light as it normally is. I definitely see that there is some energy connected to release and recovery. But the Queen of Swords is a strong card for stay factual, stay precise, and stay honest. So yes, there is a presence leaning energy here, and it feels like she is coming through in a way that is moving out of isolation still carrying the mark of what happened, but strongly focused on the truth and clear communication. Okay. All right, Nancy. We hear you, sweetheart. I hear you loud and clear. You're wanting this truth to come out. You're wanting to speak clearly. Tell me what it is you want us to know tonight. The Empress. The Ten of Cups reversed. And the King of Swords reversed. Then I got the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I asked her what, she wanted us to know tonight. The truth, she says, the truth sits close to home. The family dynamic is not harmonious the way it may appear. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? It's every time. The family dynamic is not as harmonious as it is being made out to be. She's really talking tonight, guys. And there is a problem with truth being mishandled. The truth is being mishandled. I think she's starting to get upset with like all of this speculation. It's being controlled or not spoken cleanly. The Empress, let me get my Apple Pencil here. Okay, so the Empress is pointing directly to her. Feminine energy, home, family, motherhood. Ten of Cups reverse says that this is not happy family energy. This is broken emotional bonds, tension around the home, the family picture not being as it should be. Then the King of Swords in reverse is masculine energy, right? The misuse of authority. This is the sharpest warning in the spread. The reversal says that this is coldness, manipulation of facts. And then we had that Three of Swords, which is ultimate betrayal. Ultimate betrayal. Spirit, we had the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck that followed right after this King of Swords in reverse. Nancy, why did you give me this Three of Swords right after the King of Swords? A lot of swords here tonight, guys. Swords are leading tonight. Normally it's pentacles, but swords are leading. So this just isn't a cold lie. This lie is distortion, mishandling of truth that caused a real pain. Spirit may be saying one of these things. The false or distorted truth caused heartbreak. There is betrayal tied to the story, or that the emotional wound is tied to mind games, tied to the mind, games of the story. So the truth was mishandled, and mishandling is tied to the heartbreak and to the betrayal. So I am not doing yes or no's right now. I feel like Nancy may be saying that what hurts is not only the event itself. She's telling us Not only what hurts, was the event itself, and sorry guys, I do keep notes of all this, but the way the truth has been twisted. And also, who betrayed her, right? The Three of Swords follows because it says the lie, the distortion, or the mishandling of the truth part is the wound for her. All right, Spirit. Nancy, you're doing fantastic. Thank you for being with us. You are beautiful, and we are doing everything to try and bring you home. Tell us more about this betrayal. Tell us more about this family dynamic that is being misrepresented. The Queen of Wands. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. The Hanged Man. And the Three of Wands in reverse. Church says something very interesting. Tammy does too. Not getting justice. Family betrayal. Church says the truth. Bingo. The truth is the crime scene, which we ought to make, which the truth is it has been mishandled. And the betrayal is the brother-in-law. I mean, yeah. Abso-freaking-lutely. Tomato. Tomato. So we got the Queen of Wands, the Page of Pentacles reversed, the Hangman, and the Three of Wands in reverse. You know, this reads like a strong-willed, noticeable energy sits near the betrayal theme, while something practical or factual is blocked. The truth is suspended, and the forward movement has been delayed. The Page of Pentacles reverse points more to a document, a message, or a piece of evidence. So I just want to depict this a little bit. So, all right. The Queen of Wands, right, says that there's a forceful or very present energy around this dynamic. So this could be Annie, right? This could be Annie. All right. And Tomato. And then the Page of Pentacles says that a practical truth or small detail has not been handled the way it should have. The truth is there, but it's hanging. The truth is, it's visible. It's visible. It's hanging. Waiting for the right angle to be seen. Hangman, 7 letters. Letters to Maso. I believe the 7th letter is correct. Oh, shit. He's right. Look at that, Tammy. Wait, let me write that down because we can depict that shit too. So, Hangman. 7 letters. Tommaso. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yep. Seven letters. Wow. Look at that. Look at that connection. Wow. And then she gives it to me clear as day. I can hear her saying it. It's clear as day. That this may be tied to a document or something. So the next question I want to ask, is this Page of Pentacles reversed pointing more to a document, a message, or a piece of evidence? Three of Cups, the High Priestess, and the King of Cups. And look at that king, guys. He kind of got that Tommaso look to him, don't he? I mean, yeah, not your cup of tea, just going off of clues. And that's why I think it's so cool to bring different people from different genres of like, you know, true crime or, you know, just in general, just different people coming together, blending their ideas. And that's what's going to solve this, like, period. It's not going to be law enforcement. I truly don't feel like it will be. And I've said that since day one. And my cards have told me that. And I have felt that in my intuition since day number one. So the Three of Cups points to the social circle, shared knowledge, something known amongst more than one person. Funny, there's three siblings, huh? Then the High Priestess says, you know, this is the loudest card here, and it screams secrecy, hidden knowledge, what is known and not said. Okay, and then the King of Cups adds someone keeping this. There was a calm exterior that is hiding deeper awareness, right? So it says the hidden thing may be held by someone emotionally composed or intentionally restrained. So is this the three siblings, the hidden agenda, and then the brother-in-law? Very well could be. I would ask Spirit, is this hidden message something spoken, written, or kept only in someone's mind? The Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords reversed, and the Sun reversed. Yeah, and I mean, that is one person we have not read on, Tammy. We have yet to read on Nanos, which I would love to do that. I think that the only involvement that Nanos would have in this, if anything, is being paid to botch this investigation, paid to botch the crime scene. There was so much done wrong with that crime scene. He's either an idiot or he was paid to do it, or either or you know, both, you know, whatever. But that would be his only involvement from my personal feelings and intuition, just off of what I feel. But again, I've never pulled on him. So the Ace of Pentacles is the strongest clue here, and it points to something tangible. Again, money is the motive. This is something physical, something that exists in the material world. This is a document, record, item, concrete form. So this moves the answer away from in somebody's mind. No, this was a physical piece of evidence. Okay, the Ace of Swords reverse is leans away from openly spoken towards something not being said, which we know that, right? This is something that's not being said. Are we leaning towards Epstein files here, guys? Because let's be honest, Nancy Guthrie, other than the home, what money did she really have? I don't think she was extremely wealthy. I just really don't. I don't think that. I think the kids make more money than her. So if the kids are involved, they didn't do it for money. I mean, unless it was just Annie and Tommaso. And I mean, there's just so many different pieces. It starts to make my head hurt when I try to put it together, because everybody would think, oh, tarot's one of those things where you just automatically look at the cards and get the answer. Oh no, my friend, these are puzzle pieces. We get like informational downloads, little pieces to the story, and we have to sit there and put it together just like an investigator does, just like a cop. Right? I mean, Mike, you let me get this right. You were in law enforcement, correct? The sun reversed. This is not fully illuminated. The truth exists, but not in the full daylight yet. What's up, Zama? How are you? Savannah's husband was the fixture for the Clintons, and yes, exactly. Do you know what they called him? Mike, they called him the cleanup man. The cleanup man. This was what I wanted to ask you. In your professional opinion in law enforcement, being the celebrity stature that she is it unusual, Mike, for this investigation to be so minimal? Do you feel as though that being who they are, knowing they've been involved with the Clintons, this, that, and if, don't you think we would have more help from our like government officials? I'm just asking. I could be completely wrong. I don't know how or what your stature has to be for them to. I'm just saying, if this was Donald Trump Jr., we would know where he was. We would know something. I just feel like we would know. Not if they would get in trouble. Okay. Makes sense. All right. I just feel like, I don't know. It just feels like it's intentionally being hidden. Like they're intentionally not searching for her. And I can feel it by her energy that she is just at her wit's end. Because these last three cards, it feels like something real and physical. So there is like a document, a message. Or a record. It's almost like when Congress voted not to release Congress members' names who were in the Epstein files. Got you. They don't want it leaked. And isn't it ironic? I always did think it was ironic that this case happened, the day after the emails, the files were released? Am I right? Was this the day after? Or like the same week or something crazy like that? All right. So, all right, Nancy, you've given me a lot to think about. We understand that there is evidence at the house. Is there anything else you want us to know right now? Justice. Look at that. Is there anything else you want us to know right now? Justice. 7 of Swords reversed. And the 9 of Pentacles. Tammy's right. Find me. She wants justice. Find me. She wants justice. The truth is meant to come out, she says. Something is hidden, and it will not stay hidden forever. The 7 of Swords in reverse tells us if we keep digging that a secret will be exposed. The betrayal will be exposed. The 9 of Pentacles, now this adds a very specific tone. Because this says, look at what's solid. Look at what is solid. What's real. And not dependent on anyone's. Don't depend on nobody's spin. No spin. Don't listen to what they're trying to spin. Literally, she just gave us extreme direction. So is this 9 of Pentacles, Nancy? Is this pointing more to a person, a document, or a piece of physical evidence that stands on its own? The Devil in reverse. The 8 of Cups in reverse. And the Ace of Cups. And now I want to do something different. I want to pull from my True Crime Oracle. Okay, I'm going to pull from the True Crime Oracle. Just give me a few minutes to get it together. What else, Nancy? Coming from the True Crime Oracle now. What else, Nancy, can you tell us about this 9 of Pentacles? I got cover up. Female. Yep. I read that somewhere. He's absolutely right. And then I got beach. I don't know what this beach means or how we tie beach in here, but this is what she gave me. So this is what we're going to read. So we got cover up, female, and then beach. And beach came up the other night. Remember, Tammy? And then we got the Devil in reverse, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. So we're reading on this 9 of Pence. Reading on this 9 of Pence, whether it's a person or evidence. And we got Devil in reverse, 8 of Cups reversed, Ace of Cups, And then from the oracle, cover up, female, and beach. Whew, that's a lot to unpack. Let's unpack that real quick. So you've been pretty much like family involved since the beginning, church? Okay, so a female is definitely linked to the truth. It is a piece of information that has been emotionally significant. So, piece of information that is significantly important. So this document that she's speaking of, the document or message that Nancy's speaking of right now, okay, is connected to a female. The chances of this being physical evidence that she's trying to give us is very unlikely in this situation. Okay, this is like a truth or a secret that cannot no longer stay chained. The Eight of Cups, makes the Nine of Pentacles feel less like a cold object and more like a truth. All right, let's see. Savannah did interviews with the victims, several other victims who she interviewed. I know. Very interesting. My mother has said that it was linked to Savannah and her the Epstein files things from the beginning. Like that was my mom's takeaway, and she's still standing 10 toes down on that. But this Ace of Cups, this tells me that this woman that is connected, that she's speaking of, that holds this piece of information, is somebody connected dear to her heart. We did a video about that, and we normally get like, wow. They weren't putting in the algorithm. They pick and choose what they're going to put in. I'll tell you that right now. I've been streaming for over a year. I'll tell you, they put in what they want to put in. That's crazy. That shows you right there. I bet if I pull on that, I would find out that the reason those views were so low was because it was in a restricted caliber. YouTube's algorithm in monetization is the absolute worst. The amount of money they take from y'all is ridiculous. TikTok's bad, but YouTube's worse. But you guys are doing great numbers. Like, you guys are doing great numbers. Out of the, your numbers are doing great. How many Pay attention to your live impressions. Those are what matter the most, the live impressions. All right, Spirit. So you're telling me that a female is linked to the truth, to the information, and this female is somebody very near and dear to Nancy's heart. Nancy, with the True Crime Oracle, what else can you tell me? Help me uncover who this female is. Dismemberment. Intuition. And fire. What the hell? Okay. Now, with the tarot deck, same question. Help me. Give me some clues. Give me some clues. Help me understand this female that is near to your heart. Two of Cups. Judgment. And Five of Swords. Very sacrificial like. And what do we have on the bottom of the deck? Oh, yes. The Eight of Swords at the bottom. Wow. Look at that. Very sacrificial like. So if we're talking about female energy linked to the truth, the strongest symbolic message is this is someone emotionally connected, someone Nancy felt tied to or cared about. And the truth around that connection involves conflict, pressure, and intuitive knowing that has not been fully spoken. Now, what is the very first thing that Savannah said about her mother? Savannah said about her sister Annie, that she has superpowers and intuition, right? Superpowers and intuition. Tammy, where did you send me the info on the Wiccan holiday from February 1st? Where's that info at? Where'd you send it to? Oh my God, I can't believe it's 3 a.m. and we're still rolling. Where'd you send me that? Hey, Susan. Text message? Okay. So February 1st and 2nd is the ancient Celtic pagan holiday of Imbolc, marking the beginning of spring and the halfway point between winter solstice and the spring equinox. It is, guess what it is called? Y'all will never believe what it is called. I cannot make this up. Let me look. It is literally called the Fire Festival. And look, church said it makes me feel sacrificial. February 1st and 2nd is considered the Fire Festival. Celebrating the return of light, purification, and goddess Bridget. And I think, Tammy, in our school books, we have information on Bridget. Often observed by modern Wiccans and neo-pagans with candle lighting and cleansing ritual. The significance is to celebrate the first strings of spring, renewal, and awakening of earth. Common rituals include lighting candles to honor the sun, crafting bridges crossed from rushes, and purifying the home. The festival honors the Celtic goddess of fire and is often referred to as Bridges Day. Let's look into Bridges. Let's see what Bridges was about. She was a prominent, multifaceted Celtic goddess of the Thura de something, renowned as the exalted one, and also known as the triple goddess. Presiding over poetry and smithing, associated with spring, fertility, and fire. She is celebrated on February 1st. And she is considered to be the daughter of Dagda. She was a member the supernatural divine race of Irish mythology. Don't they got some Irish in them? Wait, go watch a video of us doing the Bohemian cult when oh, hell yeah, I will. I'm making a note of it right now. Bohemian. I'll watch that tonight when I go to lay down. Patriot Pride, yep. I want to see how people honor her. All right, sacrifices. Sacrifices. She is associated with acts of nurturing, healing, and fostering. Rather than traditional violent sacrifice, mythologically, she represents the renewal of life and fire. Offerings traditionally made to her or by her include butter, dairy, crafted items like a cross. She is considered the priestess of the flame. So let's look up dark rituals. Let's look up her dark history. What's up, Knickers? Is the wildest thing you've ever seen. I'm going to have to watch it. How long ago did you guys do that video? So listen to this. This is interesting. So the goddess of, she's known as the goddess of inspiration, but her mother was Morgan, and Morgan was considered the triple goddess and shape shifter. She was known for birth, death, and destruction. Let's see. So in the 1930s, okay, I was going to say because in the 1930s, accounts from Ireland describe killings on the eve of her honoring day, and they would scatter blood on the back door and front door to protect the house from possible witchcraft. They did actual human sacrifices. They would tie a piece of cloth or leave branches on the outside of the door overnight. Let's see what Tammy sent me. So February 1st, traditionally celebrated as symbolic, a Celtic pagan festival marking the beginning of spring to its midpoint, the voodoo. So it says voodoo. Blood sacrifices in voodoo are rare and only performed when requested directly by spirits or ancestors. These sacrifices are fictionally similar to religious rites like kosher or halal, focusing on respectful, humane practices rather than human sacrifice, but have been known to sacrifice from time to time. Bohemian Grove. All right, let me look up this. Bohemian Grove. All right, let me see. Tell me everything you know about the Bohemian Grove. Oh, wow. It is a private retreat and campground in Monterey, California, owned by the Bohemian Club, a male-only invitation. Male-only, invitation-only San Francisco social club founded in 1872. The Grove itself dates to 1878 as the club's summer encampment tradition. In the current site in Sonoma County was later rented and then purchased by the club. It is best known for its annual midsummer gatherings of members and guests from businesses, politics, law, media, and the arts. So is this like a spin-off like of the Illuminati, a branch off of the Illuminati? Let's see. I might have to read on this. I got to watch you guys' this video first. Higher than the Illuminati. Higher. Holy shit. What's up, Sparkles? How are you? Elite Private Club, Redwood Campground. Redwood Campground. What makes it famous is that it combines wealth, power, secrecy, ritual, and symbolism in a way that naturally feeds speculation. Some of the speculations is grounded in real facts. A lot of it is not. It has 2,700 acres. Do they know how many 78 presidents have been pictured in the ritual. 7 or 8. Wow. 7 or 8. Do we know how many members they have in total? Do we know how many members there are to the Bohemian Grove? So who is this person? Who is the Alex Jones video and why Bohemian Grove became internet famous? Who is Alex Jones? The problem is that Jones's framing went beyond what the footage itself proves. The tape shows a strange ritualized ceremony, but does not independently prove the larger claims often attached to it. There are two different conversations about the Bohemian Grove, and they often get mixed together. The real evidence and based controversy into the sensational conspiracy layer. Wait, okay. Reagan Bush. Yes, Alex Jones instead of Tucker Carlson. My bad. Okay. I never watched Alex Jones. He said instead of Tucker Carlson. Oh, Tucker, boy. Tucker's a character. If he's anything like him, he's a character too. All right, let me see. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to read on this. So by checking the most reliable public figures, because numbers for the club and the annual Grove attendance get mixed together a lot, I'll separate permanent membership from how many people typically attend. So it says the Bohemian Club is commonly described as limiting itself to about 2,700 members. And it draws about 2,500 attendees. So it's anywhere between 2,200 to 2,700 members. I did watch some of Alex Jones stuff, conspiracy theory guys. Yeah. I'm going to go over and watch Sparkles. If you haven't done so, make sure you go over to YouTube and subscribe to Patriot Pride. That is at Patriot Pride Official over on YouTube. Okay, awesome. Thank you, girl. They have a church was just telling me they have a video on this Bohemian Grove. I'm actually going to watch it tonight when I go lay down. You see my video earlier today? Oh, thanks, sweetie. How you doing, girl? I love your little, I be watching your videos. I love your little unboxings and stuff. I be checking you out, Bubbles. I love your energy, girl. All right, so it's weird that come up because, you know, Nancy gave me fire. So now we got to look into this because we just have to. And I'm going to make a note on this, go back to this. I'll do some research tonight and in the morning. All right. All right. We've been reading with Nancy for a while. So Nancy, you're telling me, you know, we got the Judgment here, the 5 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, showing me that you're bound up. You give me dismemberment. You gave me fire. We are overlooking some theories that may be connected to that. I need you to come through in the clearest way possible for me right now. Give us something solid. Where is somewhere we can look? Where should we look, Nancy? Where should we look? Where should we look next? The Emperor in reversed. The Temperance in reverse. The 6 of Swords. And the 6 of Cups in reverse. And I always get, you know, the water, the boat. Why does that always come up? The 6 of Cups reversed. The 5 of Cups. And then on the bottom here, we got the Wheel of Fortune. What's up, Teresa? How are you? We are doing a true crime series tonight. We're not doing any free yes or no's. So the Emperor reversed, you know, this tells me somewhere distorted, uncontrolled, or where structure is broke down. The Temperance reverse is like imbalanced, mixing, contamination, disturbed natural flow. 6 of Swords is like movement across distance, transition, kind of like traveling, travel, you know, across or crossing from one area to another. That 6 of Swords really stands out to me. And this is crossing one area to another. And this is travel, distance. The Emperor reversed. You know, that told us somewhere distorted. And then we got Temperance reversed, which is contamination. Then the 6 of Cups reversed. Listen to this. Isn't this is interesting, guys. What I just got is really interesting. This download that just came to me. Watch the video that was recorded at the actual ceremony. Thank you, Sparkles. I appreciate that. So the 6 of Cups reversed. The instant download I got was old family home. Patterns disrupted. Five of Cups is like loss, aftermath, and grief. And then we got the Wheel of Fortune, which is like chain of events, a turning point, or maybe even a route and timing. So this looks, it's like look at movement, routes, crossings in traditional spaces, especially where order broke down, where there's, where order broke down or something became imbalanced or disrupted. So, symbol of transport, crossing, transition, a route. Let me see. Is the next place to examine more connected to a route of movement, a home or property, or a remote outdoor area? The Fool in reverse. The Chariot. Wow. The Page of Cups in reverse. With the Page of Wands on the bottom. What's up, Amber? Thank you for the You're So Awesome. Watch the video that was recorded on the ceremony. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. So the Fool reverse, the Chariot. So if we're asking which category to focus on next, the strongest answer is route of movement. The route of movement. The Chariot strongly outweighs the other cards, pointing straight to motion and route. The Fool reverse suggests a reckless or poorly judged move, a misstep. And the Page of Cups does not strongly add like home or property energy. It feels more like the truth around the movement is emotionally obscured. So action. The next place to examine is more connected to a route of movement, transport, or directional path than to a fixed home, property, or remote outdoor area by itself. Spirit points us more towards the route. The way something traveled or the transition point, not the static location first. All right, I want to focus next on the movement path itself. Is this route of movement more tied to a vehicle, a road or path, or a crossing between locations? Tammy says main road. Eight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. Oh, shit. The King of Wands. And the Four of Swords. Wow. Look at that last card. I got to see what's on the bottom. And then what's on the bottom? The Ace of Wands. And then we got the Ace of Wands on the bottom. Let's go ahead and pull a few cards from the True Crime Tarot. see what we can get to monkey that. Is this movement path tied more to a vehicle, a road, a path, or a crossing between locations? Look, again, Tammy, every time a boat. Imprisonment. And home. Wow, wow, wow. Bubbles says, I am officially, Kashmir, thank you for that daily heart me. I am officially a TikTok moderator for life. I know that's right. I need to chew some ice. This is getting crazy. So the Eight of Wands is like active travel, fast movement, maybe like a shortcut, right? So listen, she's telling me they stopped along the way. I got that, Tammy. Clear as day. Kashmir, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the hot cross buns. Thank you for the heart puffs. All right, so look. There was active travel, fast movement. They stopped along the way. This was directed instruction from a dominant masculine energy. And the Four of Swords tells me there was some kind of like silence after motion. Then we got boat, imprisonment. Tammy says gas station. Well, that would be great because that means there would be footage somewhere. I mean, where is the footage? Really, where is the footage? Come on, church, where's the footage? Remember, I told you from Dolly's spirit session that she said they stopped at a gas station. I got that. I got a video, one of our live readings we read on a gas station. So I feel like movement from or around the home with a controlled or confined quality and a repeated transportation, crossing symbols attached. This path looks tied to movement outward of the home, under controlled or confined circumstances, with repeated transportation crossing signals that keeps showing up as boat. And if we're asking about boat, I get boat in just about every reading for her. Spirit keeps trying, keeps tying this back to the home. Did you notice that? Then to movement under controlled conditions. And it keeps repeating this boat symbol like something was carried or crossed from one place to another. And remember, they said she was carried out. And I'm reading this symbolically unless evidence proves otherwise. The repeated boat symbol, literal water transport, or it means carried across a route under control. Does the key clue sit closer to the home or the route itself or the final stop point? That's what we would need to know, right? Let's let that be our last. We'll do this question. We'll do that question, and then we'll do a spirit message, and then I'm going to call it a night. All right. So the last question I'm going to ask tonight, and then I'm going to let this go, is, does the key clue sit closer to the home, the route itself, or the final stop point? The Knight of Cups, the Strength in reverse, the Star with the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom. And then we'll pull a few cards from the True Crime Tarot. We got Road, Mind Control, and Regret. Alicia, thank you for the follow. Okay. Let's see. And then Four of Wands was on the bottom, which is home. That discusses home. So that's crazy. What's up, Judith? Thank you for the follow. Okay. So if we're asking whether the key clue sits closer to home, to the route, or the final stop point, the strongest answer is the route itself. Why? Because of this road. This is the bluntest oracle card in the pool, and it directly reinforces path, route, movement line, what happened in transit. The Knight of Cups, something that moves through feeling, influence, rational energy, an emotional lead, an approach. So something went wrong. Something went wrong. The Strength reversed is like weakened resistance, loss of control. The Star feels like a signal, a clue that can be followed, something that shines through if we stay on the right line of truth. The Eight of Pentacles on the bottom is work the path carefully. Pay attention to the details. Mind control is like persuasion. So, wait a minute. Tommaso isn't he a psychology teacher? What did he do? He literally teaches people like how to create the perfect crime. Then regret, science. And then regret, well, that would go along AP biology. Spirit points us more to the path Then the endpoints. The clue feels tied to the movement itself, the route, what happened along it, and the pressure or influence connected to that transit. I'm telling you, there is gas station footage somewhere. There is gas station footage somewhere. Or if it isn't a gas station, like a mini marts. And I can see where they like bound her up. But that stop is our clue. This is the clue that she's been trying to give us all night. I truly believe that the clue that you have been trying to give us all night, Nancy, is the stop that was made en route, where I believe was the moment that changed everything. Give me some clarification. I believe that there may be surveillance of the car at a gas station or a mini mart or something. I got inside. Pulling from the True Crime Oracle, I got inside. Desert. Wow. And then, look at this, y'all. Hotel, motel. It went flying, and I literally got goosebumps. I literally got goosebumps. Like on the back of my head, like on the back of my neck. Inside desert hotel motel. This was like, it points to an indoor stop made during movement. Like off-road or roadside, isolated or exposed in energy. Not home, but not necessarily the final destination either. There was like temporary occupancy. This was a place they passed through. Is there, what else can you tell me about what happened with this motel hotel? Let's entertain this for a minute. Legal proceedings, strangulation, and death. Okay. Tammy, are you seeing this? Then I got social media. Then they fell out at the bottom. Social media and caregiver. Wow, that gave us a lot to unpack right there. I mean, wowzers. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. And then on the bottom of the deck, at the bottom of the deck, look at that. Wow, wow, wow. So here we stand again. Open session with Nancy. And if we had to put everything together, okay, wait, let me just get a message from her final message from her, and then we're going to close these cards out and then talk about it for a minute before I go. All right, Nancy, we thank you for your love. We thank you for being here with us. I'm going to pull from a completely different oracle so we can get a deck so we can get a full message from her. Is there anything else that you want us to know before we go for the day? I will check in on you in a few days and see how you are doing and where we are at, and if you have any new information for me. Is there anything else you want to say before I send you back into the light? Six of Wands, the Hermit. Wow. Did y'all see that go flying? The Knight of Cups. Anybody see that card fly across the screen? And the Moon in reverse. All right. Oh my God, my legs are killing me. All right. This reads like, keep going, go quieter, trust the truth that is surfacing, and know that something hidden is trying to come out of the dark. I'm closing this message with, it's like the closing message feels like Nancy saying, keep going, but do it in a quieter manner. Trust what you feel when the room gets still. And the truth is starting to come out from under the veil. And what's hidden will not stay hidden forever. This feels like a very fitting goodbye message for tonight. Not like you have everything, but like we have something real. Now we need to let it settle. Okay, that's what it feels like to me. We get a closing send-off prayer to close this veil and send Nancy back. Let me get these cards. Nancy, we thank you with love, respect, and reverence for any truth, energy, or presence that you shared with us tonight. We honor your spirit, we honor your story, and we honor the light that still surrounds you. If you have been here with us, we now release you gently and fully back into the care of the divine light. You do not have to stay here. You do not have to carry this room, this weight, or this pain any longer tonight. May God, the ancestors, the guides, and protectors of truth walk with you now. May you be surrounded by peace. May you be covered in mercy, and may you be held in light, justice, and rest. We close this space with gratitude. We close this veil with protection. We close this session with only truth and peace remaining. No spirit may linger here without permission. No energy may return that is not of the highest good. All cords are now released. All doors are now closed. All energy that is not ours must return to where it belongs in peace. I call my energy back to myself. I call all present back into their bodies, their own minds, and their own peace. This reading is complete. This veil is sealed. This door is closed. Go in peace, Nancy. Go in the light. Go in the care of the divine. And so it is. Amen. Okay, guys. So let's talk about it for a minute because I'm getting ready to go to bed. Well, I'm going to go watch a video, then I'm going to go to bed. But she gave us a lot tonight. I mean, Tammy, don't you think she talked more tonight than she has recently in the recent readings? What do you think, Tammy? Let me get your opinion. Oh, hey, Nana. Hey, I didn't even see you over there on YouTube. I'm sorry. I didn't even see. She said he teaches AP biology class. Hey, my love. Thanks for coming in. I see you over there on YouTube. My little lonely one. I'm just starting on YouTube, so it's going to take me a little bit. So, Duquesne, where are you from? She is one of our family members over at Patriot Pride, watching over on the YouTube side. So do you feel, Tammy, like she came through more tonight than usual? I really wish Wendy would have been here for this live. It was really a good one. A lot of good information came out. I feel like a lot of good information came out. All right, we're going to clean up this mess a little bit we got going on because we got cards everywhere. We still got 12 people in here. Who's all in here? I'm going to cleanse these. Okay, go ahead. Ask me, girl. What you want to know, Bubbles? I'm just starting. Did you find my YouTube? Were you able to find my YouTube channel? Oh, dang it. Oh, you did? Yay. Yeah, I'm just learning YouTube. Honestly, girl, I'm just learning it. It was such a blessing to find Church and Adam because they have a great community over there and they are very welcoming to me and very welcoming to me. And I think I can learn a lot from them. They seem really great and they have an amazing community and I love being a part of it and I hope to grow my own. Very different genres, but I feel like it doesn't even matter, different genres or not, like good people are good people and they have a great community. So I was blessed enough to be able to meet them and talk with them. You know, it was snowing here today. Are you kidding me? Oh, don't tell me that because it was freezing here. And I was like, are we going to get snow again? Like, what is going on? Right? I kept asking, am I going to get snow again? Do you guys see my beautiful roses? Tammy sent me roses for Easter. Aren't they beautiful? So I seen this little hack on TikTok the other day, and it was, oh my God, Tammy, we got 9,027 followers right now. We are on our way up. Bubbles, are you a GQ host? Rahu, we are not doing yes or no's tonight. I'm actually getting ready to go to bed for the night. Somebody requested to come up. Who was it? Kat's trying to get you to join. That's funny. I forgot Kat is a fellow GQ streamer. I forgot about Kat. How is she? I like Kat. She was on earlier tonight. Her husband streams too, right? Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Me and Tammy met on TikTok. I subscribed to him. Yeah, I did. I subscribed to him and to her. So I did this TikTok thing, guys, where I froze my my bag of hot Cheetos in the freezer. Did anybody see this hack? You know, I was telling my mom that I couldn't believe we didn't get a picture. We didn't take no pictures. We was too busy having fun. Oh, that's amazing. What's up, Jason? How are you? Welcome in. Make sure you guys are following. So, Bubbles, I hope you will come and join us more. I know you make I make them. Make me unboxing videos. Oh, I love it. I love it. I know you do a lot of unboxing. I like watching your videos. So let's wrap up. Let's wrap up the info that we feel like we need to look into a little further. So what clues did Nancy give us tonight? Okay. She gave us a female close to her heart that has information. She told us it was the ultimate betrayal. She also told us boat again, several times, boat, hotel, motel, and an unexpected stop en route where they paused for a while. And it led to her death. That's what she said. We also want to look further into this Bohemian Grove, yeah. This cult, this elite cult. And with that, let's tie in the E-Files and the Clintons. What did church tell us? Church told us that 3 days after Nancy, the Clintons offered to testify. Guys, we are not doing yes or no's tonight. We'll be back for yes or no's tomorrow, okay? So now I got some research I get to work on for the rest of tonight. And I got some videos to go watch. And as always, guys, justice for Nancy. Right? Justice for Nancy. And I plan on going. What's up, Melly? How are you, sweetheart? I haven't seen you in a while. I plan on going live after Patriot Pride's live streams. I mean, I'll go live other times too, but I do plan on doing my Nancy lives after their live streams so we can read on the theories and the callers' theories, okay? And then also, guys, if you come across any information, Tammy, Bubbles, anybody who's invested in this Laney with us, if you come across, hi, Kosa, I'm from Australia. Welcome in, Yanni Williams from Australia. How are you? If you guys come across any information that you guys want me to look into, message me, send it my way, let me know. Okay, Christina, hey girl. All right, so I am gonna go ahead and call it a night, everybody. We had an amazing live, It wasn't a crazy big live. We didn't make any of our goals, and our gallery still needs lit up for the week, but we can work on that tomorrow. I think everybody's just tired, and we had a great night. Bubbles, thank you so much for coming by. I could always use moderation help. Let me know if you ever have any availability, okay? Tammy could use some good help because it's normally her by herself with the exception of a few. Yes, Yanni, I will. Let me make sure you follow me, Yanni, so you can get me back. Melly, I'll be back tomorrow, sweetheart, with yes or no's. Tonight was my true crime series. So I did my true crime series tonight. Hey, if you know what you're doing, I ain't judging. If you know what you're doing, I ain't judging, Sparkles. You sound like me. We call that building a camp, girl. That's me and my husband up in here. You just building your camp. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Shanita McLean, how are you, love? I am actually closed down for the night, not doing any more questions, but I will be back tomorrow with questions and paid readings. All right, guys, it's 4:07. I'm going to get out of here. My husband will be getting up for work soon. So it was great talking to everybody. I will see you guys tomorrow. Does the Streamlord let you see the YouTube chat? Yes, it does. Yes, it does, Bubbles. If you have any questions, girl, message me at any time. Woman of God, I'm out of here for the night, guys. Come and see me tomorrow. Love and light.
I just think this series. I think the Bunny is very popular, but Bunny is still my simple. That's how crazy everybody.